The only place overthinking lives is in negative scenarios. Hey, this is Jason Rollins with Healthy Teams Win. And overthinking may not be a feeling or emotion, but it is a common mental process that many go through. And it flows from our feelings or is created as a result of our feelings. Overthinking can be summed up in two words: what if? If you catch yourself overthinking, you are running scenarios through your mind, analyzing potential outcomes, and creating a loop cycle of worry, anxiety, fear, doubt, stress, and emotional exhaustion. This what if thinking can be especially problematic for the athlete because the mind is now stuck in the future, fixated on outcomes that may or may not happen. Here's what's most interesting about overthinking. We never overthink positive scenarios. Overthinking finds its home in the negative scenarios we play in our mind. We overthink the situation we want to avoid, the failure we want to prevent. How can we keep from being embarrassed or keep from having a setback? Overthinking is a coping mechanism to try and control something we cannot control. It's an effort to manipulate our mind into thinking we've worked through all the possible scenarios and now we are in control, when in fact we've invited and welcomed in feelings that will continue resurfacing and will keep us from being present in the moment. Now, overthinking isn't to be confused or attached to proper preparation or reflection. The skill of mental preparation and healthy reflection are set apart from overthinking by one key difference: knowing when to let go. Analyzing an upcoming situation or past situation isn't bad. Acknowledging and working through your fear, your anxiety, your worry are not bad things. Where it becomes bad and leads to unhealthy thinking is when you cannot turn off the analysis or unproductive feelings, and it compromises your productivity. And this is when it becomes overthinking, because now it's debilitating. And remember, overthinking lives in our perceived negative scenarios because we are trying to control something we cannot control. So if this is you and you find yourself overthinking, the remedy for this is learning to let go of what you cannot control and turn your attention to what you can control. And here are two simple things that you can do in order to do that. The first is to have a one-word focus. Identify a word that holds meaning to you and repeat that word regularly. It's a reminder to stay focused on the task at hand. And when your mind has a singular focus, it now becomes locked in on something you can control. And this keeps you from spiraling into feelings over things you cannot control. Now, if you're struggling in your sport performance with thoughts racing through your head, keeping you from focusing on the task at hand, determine 3 simple steps in that skill. So if it's a specific skill like shooting a free throw, identify 3 movements in that skill you can focus on. By doing this, your mind turns to those movements, and the overthinking thoughts like, what if I miss? I need to keep my percentage up. My team needs this point. Coach will be disappointed in me. All these overthinking thoughts you have no control over. But if you have this 3-step approach, those overthinking thoughts will start to fade in the background. The key is getting your mind switched to the present moment and on the task at hand. So let's feed our mind words and thoughts that keep us in the present moment. Let's not live in the past or the future where overthinking makes its home. Let's make our home in the moment right now, putting the past behind us and letting go of what we hope to see happen in the future. So be here now, and by doing so, you'll be a difference maker. Carpe Eternitatem.